Salutations! My name is Summer, and this is Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats. And Randall is hanging out. Oh, Ben Church just walked in. We got Sylvie down here by my books, and Mayfair just went around the corner. So you'll see her, I'm sure. She'll be hanging out. All right, today I want to talk about update on the Great American Read List. That is a project I'm working on, and this is the third video, so yeah, I'm just want to talk about a couple of books that I've bought that I have read. Mayfair got a hold of my chapstick and she's having so much fun with it. So if you hear that click clacking noise, that's her playing. All right, so I've got a couple books from the library. I bought a couple books that I have read because I want to reread them. And then I bought quite a few books that I haven't read yet. So I want to go over everything. I have read, out of the 100, I have read 63 books, so I have 37 left to read. So let's do library first, because they're the ones I'm going to have to read first or reorder. The Little Prince, I read this last week, and I loved it. It's by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I'm pretty sure it's French, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But it was a great book. I would actually recommend this to pretty much everybody. And it's like a children's book, so even, I don't know if children would get all the things that you could get as an adult, but really good. The second book I got from the library, I started reading, and I'm only on page 18, but Bless Me Ultima by Rudolfo Anya. I'm not very far along, but I'm enjoying it. I have needed to pull out my Spanish-English dictionary because there's a lot of Spanish in it, which I like because I'm wanting to learn more Spanish, but it makes me, I have to stop. And sometimes I know quite a few words, you know, the popular words that you hear in other places, but there's quite a few times I have to stop because in the sentence I'm thinking, well, it could mean this, but it could mean that also. So stop and look it up. And I've actually, it's taking me longer, so it's going to be a slower read for me, but I actually enjoy that because I'm learning new words too in Spanish. The third book, and I plan to start this tonight, is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. I feel like I've read this before when I was a kid, but I don't know, I can't really remember, so I want to try it again. Or for the first time, because I really can't remember. Another book I got from the library because I've been kind of dreading Ernest Hemingway, but The Sun Also Rises. Yeah, I got this from the library, so I'm going to have to get at it soon and try it. And maybe I'll enjoy it. I just feel like I'm very judgmental when it comes to Ernest Hemingway. So, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. So the two books that I read, oh, I brought this one up because I plan to read this book this month, Lonesome Dub by Larry McMurtry. And this is the third book in the series, Dead Man's Walk and then Comanche Moon. But yeah, I definitely plan to get to this maybe next week. Okay, two books that I bought that I've already read and I really enjoyed, and I went ahead and bought them because I would like to reread them because it's been a while. One is The Color Purple by Alice Walker, and the other one is Dune by Frank Herbert. And look at that orange. I actually love this cover of this. So, and yeah, I'd like to reread it. I know I read the second one. Not sure if I read the third one. So, okay, so now books that I have bought that I have not read yet. Let's see. This one I showed in my last video. It's War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, and it's the vintage edition. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this. The translation is by Richard Pever and Larissa Volonsky. I probably mispronounced that, but I like the idea that there was a male and female translator for it. So hopefully I enjoy it. But yes, September, I feel like there's not going to be much going on. And so I say that, but you guys could prove me wrong. There could be tons of stuff going on in September. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking next month will be really good to have that extra time I'm going to need for this book. Not because it's a long book, but because it's one I need to do some research as I'm reading along with it. Like with the war going on, and there's a lot of things I need to research, I feel like, with this book. Because I did read it before my other edition, and I got to page 288 and just felt so lost. So we'll see. But that's my plan. I hope to. I also bought The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander. I always want to say Alexander, but it looks like Alexandre Dumas. So yeah, I've wanted to read this for a long time. I saw the movie so long ago, and I loved the movie. So I'm thinking this is going to be October, even though we have Victober in October. I think that I want to read this. For some reason, it feels like an October read to me. So, and this is a Penguin classic. I also got Moby Dick by Herman Melville. So, and I love these Penguin modern English, or not modern, Penguin English library editions. So, yeah, I love these two. It's hard to decide. The only reason why I got this one instead of the vintage one was because on the cover of the vintage, the men were trying to kill the whale. And I thought, oh, every time I pick that up, I'm going to have to see that. And I thought, no, pretty whales all over the cover. Let's get this one instead. And the last book that I've ordered, that I just got in, that I'm excited about, that's on the list, is Don Quixote by, I forget his first name, Miguel de Cervantes, maybe. Anyway, this is the vintage edition, and I just love them. The red spine. Yeah, so, and I have no idea. This one might actually go into next year. But what I'm going to do is the shelf behind me is my Great American Read shelf. And I think that I'm going, because all these books are pretty much, not the library ones, but they'll fill up that bottom space pretty well. And I think I'll fit it up so that the books that I've been, my What Am I Waiting For books, I'm going to put over there too, and then end up that being my TBR shelf. So I've never had a bookshelf that has just been TBR books. So that'll be interesting to see. So that way it's my go-to shelf. Because I think I have probably 800 books I haven't read yet. And I get distracted really easy when I'm reading, and then I'm surrounded by books, and I'm like, ooh, and I'm such of a mood reader. And I think having that shelf will help me be more organized. Well, I'll know where they're all at, so I'll be more organized, but keep me more focused on my reading project and my goals for this year. So anyway, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're reading any of the books on the list, if you're doing this type of project too, or if there's other book lists that you're doing or you have done in the past. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks. Bye.